Okay, I'm going to take just a second and solve number 14. It says, for the vector shown in figure 332, determine b minus 2a and 2a minus 3b plus 2c. So let's draw the picture for a real quick. So 14a, it's b minus 2a, so b does this. And that angle's 56 degrees. And that length is 26.5. And then minus 2a. So a is going to go, instead of up and to the right, it's going to go down and to the left. And it's going to be twice as long. And this angle here is 56 degrees. No, 28 degrees. And then the length of A, it says is 44, but it's 2A, so I'm just going to put 2 times 44. So the resultant is that. That's VR. So that's what A looks like. On B, I'm going to draw it too, just while we're at it. So it says 2A minus 3B. So 2 times 44. This angle is still 28 degrees. Minus 3b, so b, instead of going up and to the left, it's going to go down and to the right. And it's still going to be 56 degrees below that. And it's going to be 3 times 26.5. And then plus 2c. So c is going to be down here like that. It's going to be 2 times 31. The angle there's 90. So your resultant vector for that one is that. Okay, so let's solve for the components. So on A, x and y, here's the equation. Vx is equal to v times the cosine of theta. For y, Vy is equal to V times the sine of theta. And let's solve for all the components. So I guess we'll do B first. So B is going to be 26.5 times the cosine of 56. 26.5 times the sine of 56. And then A is going to be 2 times 44, I'm going to put that in parentheses, times the cosine of 28, 2 times 44 times the sine of 28. And let's put in the signs. So B is negative in the x, positive in the y. A is negative in the x, negative in the y. And after we solve those, we'll add them all together. So 26.5 times the cosine of 56 is 14.8, so negative 14.8. And 26.5 times the sine of 56 is 21.6. 88 times the cosine of 28 is 77.7, negative 77.7. And then 88 times the sine of 28 is negative 41.3. So let's add these together. So this over here, the x components are negative 92.5. The y components are negative 19.7. And so we can say VR is equal to the square root of Vx squared plus Vy squared. Or VR is equal to 92.5 squared plus negative 19.7 squared. Find the square root of that. And you get VR is equal to 94.6. And then we can find the angle. Tangent of theta is equal to Vy over Vx, or tangent of theta is equal to negative 19.7 over 92.5. If we solve for theta, that's 12 degrees. And since y is negative and x is positive, sorry, y and x should both be negative. We know it's quadrant 3. So 12 degrees below the negative x-axis. So that's the answer to A. Then on B, let's do the same thing. Let's draw our components. So Vx equals V times the cosine of theta. Vy is equal to V times the sine of theta. We'll make a table here. So I think we have A first, which is 2 times 44 times the cosine of 28. So 2 times 44 sine of 28. Then for B, we have 3 times 26.5 times the cosine of 56. 3 times 26.5 times the sine of 56. And then for C, we have 0 in the x, and then negative 2 times 31. I'll just say 2 times 31 in the y, because it's going at 90 degrees. Move this over here. So let's write in our signs. So A is going up and to the right, so it's going to be plus in both the y and the x. B is going down on the right, so it's plus in the x, negative in the y, and C is going down, so it's negative in the y. And let's solve our components. So the first one, 88 times cosine of 88 times the cosine of 28 is 77.7. I guess I've already done that one. 77.7 and 41.3. Then B, 3 times 26.5 times the cosine of 56 is 44.5. 3 times 26.5 times the sine of 56 is negative 65.9, and this is negative 62. So let's add all those together. So our x components are 122.2 in the x. That's supposed to be a point. And in the y, negative 86.6. And then we can say VR is equal to Vx squared plus Vy squared. So VR is equal to the square root of 122 squared plus negative 86.6 squared. And then we can say tangent of theta is equal to Vy over Vx, where tangent theta is equal to negative 86.6 divided by 122. And so let's solve for both of these. So this is 155.6 and this is 35.4 degrees. And y is negative, x is positive, so that's below positive x. So those should be your answers to number 14.